On Valentine's Day 2026, while most couples were exchanging simple gifts and dinner plans, Papoose went all out for Claressa Shields. And when I say all out, I mean full production. Reports and fan videos show a beach covered in roses, professional photographers capturing every angle, drones flying overhead, and even skywriting above them. It looked less like a quiet romantic moment and more like the final scene of a movie. But the real focus wasn't just the setting. It was the bracelet. Papoose gifted Claressa a black and gold Van Cleef and Arpels Alhambra bracelet. For those who follow hip-hop culture, that brand isn't just jewelry. It's a symbol. It represents status, commitment, and luxury. When a man gives that kind of piece publicly, people read between the lines. It feels like a statement. This is serious. Now here's where things took a turn. Instead of responding with a rant or an interview, Remy Ma posted one single photo. No long caption. No emotional speech. Just her wrists stacked with multiple Van Cleef bracelets. Vintage pieces, diamond details, clearly expensive. The caption? One word. Layers. That was it. But that one word hit harder than a paragraph ever could. The message many people took from it was simple. I've been here. I've had this. This isn't new to me. And the internet exploded. To understand why it mattered so much, you have to look at the bigger picture. For years, Remy Ma and Papoose were seen as one of hip-hop's strongest couples. Their love story was praised. They were viewed as loyal, solid, almost untouchable. But over the past months, that image started to crack. There were social media posts, alleged leaked messages, accusations going back and forth, and rumors of divorce requests. Both sides seemed to be fighting not just over a relationship but over reputation. Then Claressa Shields entered the public narrative. A world champion boxer with her own legacy, she suddenly found herself pulled into this very public situation. Whether fair or not, people began framing the story as a triangle. So when Valentine's Day arrived in the middle of all that tension, the grand gesture didn't feel random. It felt timed. Maybe Papoose simply wanted to celebrate his partner in a big way. That's possible. But when a relationship is already surrounded by headlines, every move gets examined. A quiet dinner would have passed unnoticed. A beach production with skywriting? That turns into commentary. And that's exactly what happened. Social media users began debating immediately. Some said it was romantic and bold. Others said it looked like damage control, like an attempt to shift attention away from negative press and create a new narrative. Then Remy's post added fuel to the fire. Her photo wasn't flashy in presentation, but it was powerful in message. Multiple bracelets, clearly not new purchases, suggesting long-standing ownership. People calculated the value and estimated tens of thousands of dollars on one arm. More importantly, they saw it as confidence. She didn't argue. She didn't defend herself. She simply showed what she already had. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Everywhere you looked, people were picking sides. Team Remy supporters praised her calm approach. They said she ended the conversation without saying much at all. Others defended Papoose and Claressa, arguing that two people should be allowed to celebrate love without it being turned into competition. Still, even some neutral observers admitted the timing raised eyebrows. If the relationship was private and peaceful, why present it like a headline? Why post every angle during ongoing public tension? That's where the criticism grew louder. In celebrity culture, nothing exists in isolation. Big gestures can be romantic, but they can also shape public opinion. Image management is real. When a relationship is under pressure, public displays can help redirect the story. Whether that was the intention or not, many viewers felt like they were watching strategy unfold in real time. What makes this situation so fascinating is that it wasn't really about jewelry. The bracelet became a symbol. It represented choice, loyalty, history, and status. It turned into a scoreboard people created in their own minds. At the end of the day, none of us truly know what's happening behind closed doors. Social media shows highlights, not full realities. Maybe it's genuine love. Maybe it's complicated. Maybe it's both. But one thing is certain. In today's world, romance can double as messaging. A single photo can speak louder than interviews. And sometimes the quietest response creates the biggest reaction. The so-called Van Cleef war wasn't really about diamonds. It was about perception. And in the age of Instagram, perception can be everything. Let's be honest. When romantic moments start looking like movie premieres, people are going to question the motive. And that's exactly what happened here. Every big, polished Valentine's post felt less like a private celebration and more like an attempt to clean up a messy story. The more Papoose and Claressa Shields shared, the more it seemed like they were trying to prove something. And when people feel like you're trying too hard to show happiness, they naturally wonder if everything is really as perfect as it looks. Meanwhile, Remy Ma didn't explain herself. She didn't defend her past. She didn't post a long emotional message. She shared one photo of her wrist covered in luxury bracelets and wrote one word: layers. Then she moved on. That calm response is what made it powerful. There's a clear difference between confidence and scrambling to control a narrative. According to people who claim to be close to Remy, she has been watching this unfold with a mix of surprise and disbelief. These sources suggest she feels like the new romance is being presented in a way that erases her history. For years, she and Papoose were seen as a strong, loyal couple. They built a public image together. They created a brand around commitment and resilience. Now, critics say it looks like he's trying to recreate that same storyline with someone else. Similar photo shoots, similar public praise, similar luxury gifts. One insider reportedly said Remy isn't fighting over a man. She's protecting her legacy. If she stayed silent, some people might assume the story is simply, he upgraded and moved on. Her bracelet post reminded everyone that she had that lifestyle long before this new relationship became a trending topic. Let's walk through how everything unfolded. First, Valentine's Day 2026. Papoose shared multiple photos from a beach setup. Roses covered the sand. Professional photographers captured close-ups. Claressa smiled while skywriting filled the background. And the bracelet, a black and gold Van Cleef & Arpels Alhambra piece, was front and center in several shots. It wasn't subtle. The gift was clearly meant to be seen. Then came Remy's response. Hours later, once blogs had already reposted the beach photos, she uploaded her own image. Her arm stacked with several Van Cleef bracelets, vintage designs, diamonds mixed in, clearly worth a small fortune. No essay, no rant, just layers. The timing was sharp. She let the internet react to his post first, then added her own quiet statement. After that, Claressa allegedly posted a photo showing two bracelets with a caption suggesting she was the real partner. Some fans felt that move backfired. When you respond quickly, it can look like you were bothered. Remy, on the other hand, didn't say anything else. She made her point once and stayed silent. That silence did more work than a dozen follow-up posts ever could. Why does any of this matter? Because in celebrity culture, relationships often double as image strategy. For months, there had been negative headlines, rumors, and online arguments surrounding the split between Remy and Papoose. When public opinion starts turning, one way to shift the conversation is to create a beautiful new storyline. A huge romantic gesture can distract from older controversy. Suddenly, search results show roses and bracelets instead of accusations and drama. But when a romantic display feels carefully staged, people notice. Love that's genuine doesn't usually need drones, photographers, and multiple close-ups of the price tag. That's why some critics describe the Valentine's moment as reputation repair dressed up as romance. The bracelet itself became more than jewelry. In hip-hop culture, Van Cleef pieces symbolize status and commitment. So when Papoose gave one to Claressa, many saw it as a public declaration. And when Remy showed that she already owned several, it shifted the meaning. It turned into a comparison not over affection but over history. This isn't really about diamonds. It's about identity. When someone feels their reputation is being challenged, they often respond by proving their value. Big gestures can be a way of saying, "See? I'm doing great." But when you feel the need to constantly prove happiness, outsiders start to question it. Remy's move stood out because she didn't appear to be proving anything. She didn't argue. She didn't compete. She didn't insult anyone. She simply reminded the public who she is and what she built. That's why many people called it a master class in handling a breakup publicly. Instead of chasing validation, she showed self-assurance. There's also the bigger conversation about legacy. Papoose once had a partner who was already a respected rap figure, a fashion influence, and a long-term collaborator. Claressa Shields is a champion athlete in her own right, but fans still compare cultural impact. Some critics harshly framed it as trading something iconic for something different. Whether that comparison is fair or not, it fueled the debate. What makes this story so relatable is that it touches on a universal feeling. Many people have supported someone for years, only to see that person move on quickly and appear to give their best energy to someone new. Can make you question whether you were truly valued. Watching Remy respond without begging or fighting felt empowering to some viewers. It showed that sometimes the strongest response is simply continuing to thrive. This situation has grown beyond just 3 individuals. It has turned into a lesson about dignity, public perception, and how women handle very public breakups. Social media has changed everything. Relationships are no longer just lived. They are performed, documented, and judged. In the end, the so-called bracelet battle wasn't really about love. It was about control of the story. Papoose created a grand moment to highlight his new relationship. Remy countered with one calm reminder of her established status. Claressa tried to defend her position. The internet chose its favorite. Whether you see the Valentine's display as genuine affection or careful image management depends on your perspective. But one thing is clear. In the age of Instagram, perception is power. And sometimes the person who says the least speaks the loudest.